Hello, I'm Heidi. Welcome to my channel. And if you're back, you're going to notice that the scenery has changed a little bit. That's because I'm in the beautiful facility of Connect Pilates upstairs in their functional training facility. And I definitely recommend if you're in the area in Mission Viejo, California, you should swing on by and say hi and maybe do a session. So, today we're going to be doing a fundamental Pilates mat session. So, whether you're new to Pilates or maybe you're just brushing up on the details of the movement, this session is going to be for you. So, before we get started, just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so you know when the next video drops, and share the love. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, friends, so we are going to start on our hands and knees. So coming on to all fours. I just want you to set your wrists up underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips and just find a long line here from your head to your bottom. So this is your neutral spine, just those natural curves here. And all I want you to do here is breathe into your belly. So as you breathe in, you're inflating the belly without changing your spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to narrow that center body, pulling the abdominal wall back. Doing that again, just a couple of more times here. So I breathe in, I'm inflating my belly like a hot air balloon. And then as I exhale, I'm feeling the abdominals contract. And I'm almost thinking of pulling up through my pelvic floor like an elevator rising up towards my sternum. Two more there. Inhale, we breathe in. Exhale, we narrow. I'm really thinking about not allowing that spine to change, just keeping the integrity of the back. One more time. Inhale and exhale, connecting. So you're going to feel the abdominals just slowly start to turn on. And then from here, with your next exhale, you're going to wheel the pelvis under. So you're going to curl, think pelvis to your ribs, rounding your spine, pushing the mat away, keeping those shoulder blades set on the back. And then as you inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine, reach the tailbone to the sky, and lift the heart towards the front of your mat. Again, exhale, we curl, rounding the spine. I always tell my clients, like, pretend like you got punched in the belly here. You're just trying to pull up. And then inhale, we lengthen. Last one, just like that. We round the spine. Really curling there, pushing the mat away with your knees and your hands. And then inhale, we lengthen. Come back to neutral and then pause right there. So from this position, we're going to come down onto our back. So to transition to get there, I want you to go ahead and you're going to sit nice and tall, finding your posture right up on those sits bones here, making sure you have plenty of room behind you on your mat. And from there, same idea as we did with our cat cow, we're going to curl and we're going to round, holding the thighs to assist you all the way down. You're going to drag your feet to your bottom, relax your head and neck here. Now, right here, we're just going to go into a couple of pelvic tilts. Before you start, I want you just to feel the natural curves in your back. So that just simply means you might have a little bit of a curvature under your low back. That's okay. As well as the upper back, you may feel a little bit of a natural curve. Let it be. Yes. Here we go. Taking your exhale, we are just going to allow that pelvis to rock back towards the bottom of the rib cage. Feel that belly button kind of draw back and down, and then release to neutral. Doing that again. As I exhale, I almost visualize that my pelvic bones, those ASIS, are sliding together towards each other. And then inhale, we release. And it's almost like a little back massage. Two more, just like that. As you're doing this, try to keep your booty turned off. So no glute recruitment, just abs. One more, just like that. We curl And then we release. All right, friends. Moving on, going into an articulated bridge, your pelvic curl. We're going to curl here again. So we're allowing that low back to melt into the mat. And then from here, we're going to start to peel the bones away from that mat like a sticker. Rolling the hips away, shoulders roll back. I'm reaching my fingertips towards my heels. And then as I exhale, I'm going to roll it back down. I'm almost thinking of starting from my throat and rolling all the way down until that pubic bone reaches towards my heels. Just a couple more there. So again, as you curl, you're thinking abdominals. As you start to roll up, you press into the feet and you feel those hamstrings, you feel those glutes start to recruit. I want you to hold right here and think about where you are looking. Eyes to the sky, neck is long here, and then as I exhale, I'm thinking of reaching my fingertips towards my heels as I roll all the way back down, releasing to neutral. Two more. Again, exhale, we roll it up. Taking a breath in as you reach the top, and exhale, we roll it back down. Releasing to neutral. You have one more. Here we go. Again, rolling the hips away. Breathing in at the top. And exhale, we roll the hips back down. Releasing to neutral, we're going to float the arms out to a T position. Palms facing up, collarbones wide. Let's bring the legs up one at a time. Find that tabletop position, squeezing the knees together here. Now, if this isn't friendly for you, bring the toes onto the mat. You can do the same work here. Yes? So work in your comfort zone there. From here, we're going to take both knees. We're going to lower them to one side, allowing that opposite shoulder blade to just stay anchored into the mat. And then as you exhale, you're going to drag those legs back to center using that opposite side oblique. Again, alternating here. We inhale over. You want to keep those knees side by side. And then as you exhale, you're gliding those legs back to center. Again, inhale over. Almost feel like the femur bone is slowly kind of sliding up out of that hip. Exhale, bring it back. And to the left, inhale over. And exhale back to center. Now double check the upper body. Make sure your arms aren't floating away from you. One more time, each side. Inhale over. Exhale back to center. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Take a moment, give your knees a little bit of a hug. And then from here, you can maintain tabletop, or for my friends that are focusing on the placement, you're going to bring your feet flat onto the mat. And then from here, we're going to take the hands, interlock the fingertips behind the head, setting up for a chest lift. From this position, I want you to think of where your spine is. We're nice and neutral. Imagine, I like to use this visual. Maybe people can debate with me on this. That's okay. Think of like a little grape under your low back. So you're trying to maintain a little sense of space there, natural space under the spine. And you're going to take the elbow slightly forward into your peripheral, pulling the ribs down. All the things, right? I always tell my clients the most important part of an exercise is the setup. So we're here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to glide the ribs down towards the hips, lift the head, neck, and chest. Hold right here. Now think of pressing the head into the hands. Hold it. Can you think of gliding the ribs a little bit further down towards the hips? Can you think of reaching that pubic bone towards the end of your mat a little bit more? Hold it there. Good. Take a breath in. And exhale, lower. Just an isometric hold is all the work, right? Here's your setup again. Exhale again. We lift up, gliding the ribs down, lifting the head, neck, and chest. Hold it. Hold it. Again, reach that pubic bone a little bit further. Press the head into the hands. Glide the armpits down. All the things, my friends. And then lower down. Let's do a few without the hold. We're going to exhale to rise up, keeping those same principles. Inhale, we lower. Last two, exhale, inhale back. One more, exhale, inhale, take it back. Now pause right here, hold it. We're still connected here. Let's add some rotation. Same work here. Let's lift the head, neck, and chest. Now we hold, breathing in. As you exhale, let's bring the opposite rib to the opposite hip. Now I want you to hold and think about something. Push into the base of that bottom shoulder blade. Try to fold that opposite rib towards that thigh as much as you can. Can you pull the opposite hip back a little bit more? Oh my goodness, I'm shaking. Hold it. Come back to center. Stay lifted. Now rotate to the other side. I want you to hold. Same concept. Push into the base of that bottom shoulder blade. Pull the opposite hip back. Fold the rib a little bit more. I know it's a lot. Heidi, I'm being tortured. I know. Come back to center. Lower down. Woo, good. Let's do a couple. Just going straight through that movement. We exhale to lift the chest. Breathing in. We're going to spiral. Inhale, back to center. And we spiral. Stay lifted. Back to center. Think as you come back to center, you're lifting even higher. Up and over. Back to center. One more set. And rotate. And back. Last one, we rotate. Bring it back. You hold. Lift a little bit higher. Woo! And lower it down. Beautiful. Take a moment. Stretch your arms. Stretch your legs. Feel that nice length. And then take a moment here, and you're going to lay onto your right side. So right where you're at. Here we go. If you're on your right side, you can lay on your left because we're going to do both. Let me adjust myself while I'm talking to you. So we're here. We're going to lay in a little banana shape. So feet slightly forward of the body. And then I want you to think about taking that top hand. You're going to think of kind of pulling that rib cage up. So you want to be engaged on the side of that body. So we're working into our lateral line, our lateral system, those obliques here. At the same time, the hips are stacked. I'm thinking of reaching the energy out of my toes. I'm going to take my hand right in front of me for support. And from here, I'm going to reach through my toes, squeeze the inner thighs, and lift, and then lower down. Now you're going to notice as you raise the legs, you're going to feel the bottom of your waistband hit the floor. That's okay. But as they lower, I want you to feel that response of the waistband lifting away from the floor. So we lift, exhale, and inhale, lower. Now this can be taught many different ways. This is how I'm teaching it today. I want you to feel those obliques recruit to raise the legs off the floor. Let's do 3 more. And if you want a little bit extra, you can take the hand away to work on the balance if you are there. Last one, we're going to hold right there. A little extra credit for us. We're going to flex the feet and point the feet. Let's do 3 more and point. Last 2, we point. Final one, we point, we hold, lift a little bit more, reaching the energy through those toes and lower it down. Nice. Take a moment. You're going to bring yourself up. We're going to swing the legs to the other side. Kind of hard to do. This mat's pretty sticky. We're going to come down. So again, just repeating on the other side here. We don't want to be walking around in circles, only doing one side. Yes? Feet slightly forward. Take that top hand. Think of the ribs being lifted here so our obliques are engaged, kind of like we're wearing a corset. Or for my men, I want you to imagine like you're wearing an ace bandage wrapped tightly around that waistband. Here we go. We lift the legs away and we lower. So even though I'm using the word lift, I want you to think of that reach. So extending the line beyond your mat here. Let's do 3 more. Option to take the arm away. Last 2. Here we go. 1 more. We lift, we hold this position, we flex the feet, and we point the feet. We flex and we point. Last 2, we flex, we point, keeping those legs active, keeping that lateral line engaged. Hold. 1 more inch lift and bring it down. Nice. Take a moment, flip over onto your belly. So we're here. Yeah, so now we're going to go into a nice little back extension here. So getting into all the planes. Hands are going to be just outside the shoulders. I want you to roll the shoulders back and down, elbows by the rib cage. Now, Here is the work here. I want you to think of pressing your pubic bone into the mat to create length in your low back. Shoulders down. Now, it's a nice thoracic extension, so upper back. As I inhale, I'm going to lift my heart away from the mat, and I'm only lifting as high as I can keep my pubic bone against the mat. And I want you to hold. It should be somewhat of a challenge. I think of folding right along my bra line. I'm holding it here. Now imagine that you're trying to pull yourself forward to the front of the mat. So you're anchoring down into the forearms and drawing yourself forward, feeling the energy and feedback in the backside of the body, and then lower back down. Let's do that again. So from here, rolling the shoulders back, we inhale to lift, finding that fold right at the top of the rib cage there, holding it there, and then lower back down. Very nice. Two more here. Again, inhale, we lift, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Again, feeling that you're trying to pull yourself a little bit more forward to the front of the mat. And then we lower down. Last one. Here we go. Again, drawing yourself up. Now I want you to hold. Let's do a little extra work here. Can you lift a little higher and hover your elbows off the floor? Hold it. Keep pulling up on that low belly. Like you have a little ice cube underneath that belly button. Hold it. It's cold. Hold it. Squeeze those elbows into your rib cage, getting a little upper body here. And then lower the elbows, lower the body. Oh, we can't just do that once. Let's do that one more time. Yes, I know. I lie all the time. If this is your first session with me, here you go. We're going to do that one more time. Lifting up again. Collarbones wide. Feeling that beautiful connection into the back. We start to lift. Elbows just hover. Squeeze them into your side body. Pull up in that low belly. Hold it. All the things I'm telling you, they're reminders to myself too. Hold it. Hold it. Make sure those traps aren't up in your ears. Hold it. Can you push up? Feel a little stretch. You can even let the belly go. I said it. Let it go. Feel that nice stretch there. And then return all the way down. Yes, good. Take a moment. Very carefully pull up in your center, round your spine, release it back. Give it a nice stretch. Maybe just release into one hip and then the other. And then coming all the way up. You guys, that was your fundamental quick Pilates mat session. Now, there are so many more exercises and so much more where that came from. This was just a little tip of the iceberg. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to check back for more videos like this. Be sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Share the love. And hey, if you're interested in one-on-one sessions with me, feel free to contact me. I'll link it below. And until then, I'll see you again real soon.